Live, finally, yay! Finally freaking works. Hello everybody, we're back! Well, Jedi's not here, but the Lunatic Bay's here, and we're here to talk about the big news out of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yes, we are.
So, on the 11th, the new beginning in Osaka occurred. And lo and behold, what we thought would be a routine title defense for Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm.
We get a Vince Russo swerve, bro.
Oh, you did not go there.
Yeah, I went there. Because it was a swerve, bro. It was all the swerve. It was all a swerve because Jay White, surprisingly, defeats Hiroshi Tanahashi and is the new iwgp heavyweight champion.
I know you're not happy about this.
I shouldn't say I'm not unhappy. I just I don't know how to feel.
That's how I feel, but this is going to be their guy now that Kenny has left.
But he shouldn't be.
I agree. But they want a top guy wrestler, and who are they going to push?
It makes no... To me, it just flies in the face of all the logic that New Japan has,
Well, I don't think New Japan expected Kenny to up and leave like he did. So they plans changed. I mean, Kenny was supposed to hang on to the title through the Madison Square Garden show.
Yeah.
But he left, so they had to put the belt on Tanahashi.
So then why not just keep it on Tanahashi? That's my big thing, is it's kind of, I feel like they're like, Kenny's gone, Madison Square Garden, what are we gonna do? Fans want to see Tanahashi and Okada. No, fuck that shit. We gotta put it on a white guy, and we gotta put it on a white guy now.
I don't know. Like I said earlier, I think Gato might have drinking some sake when he was booking this match.
Or Vince Russo's booking New Japan.
Oh, God, that'd be a worse option.
Bro, you don't understand, bro. Nobody cares about the bro. So,
man.
Yeah, I just,
Me being a Jay fan and being a Jay White fan since he returned from his excursion, I'm happy he's a champion.
okay.
I am taking a little bit of joy out of everybody being so pissed off about it because that's how I am. I'm like, oh, you're salty about this? Oh, good. I'm going to rub it in a little bit.
Of course.
I'm going to have fun with it. Figured I need some kind of joy in New Japan right now, The guys that got me into New Japan are all gone. I need something to cheer for over there. If that involves Switchblade, oh wow.
To me, it feels too soon. To me, this is the equivalent of Lars Sullivan winning the title tomorrow.
Yeah, what happened to him, right?
Yeah, or even somebody good like Ciampa, who, if he won the title, he's quickly be like, I don't know about this, but if after a year, okay, cool. I just, it feels too soon. It feels rushed. It doesn't feel like there's any payoff to anything.
Well, the payoff they're going for is Okada finally getting a win over him at the Garden. He has been a thorn in Okada's side for quite a while now. Jay White beat Okada at Wrestle Kingdom. Okada will probably win the New Japan Cup, face the guard, and get that win back, and finally say, this is my company, take a back seat, Switchblade.
Yeah, I don't want that though, because I'm gonna give the biggest controversial opinion. I'm kind of wish that Okada would just stay in the back seat for a little while.
Yeah, but their original plans involved Omega and Okada.
I know.
Winning.
I'm just saying in general. I kind of want Okada to take a back seat for a minute or two.
Yeah, we all want that. I'd like to see new people with the title. Jay White winning was certainly unexpected. I was very happy when I heard the results.
I had a meme spoil it for me.
What?
Because a meme. Because I like.
Oh, that's right.
I gotta. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check this out now, and I get on Facebook and I see the Simpsons, all you Bullet Club leaders that have won the title. Yeah, you can go home now. And it has Kenny and so Kenny and AJ and then Joe. I'm like, what? No.
AJ and Finn can go home early. They're actually, actively working right now. Kenny's just sitting around playing video games, so he's already home.
Yeah?
Yeah, sorry. I did throw some shade at Kenny. Oops, I've been doing that.
Now, see, I think that maybe you wouldn't want me throwing shade at Kenny because you're finding out that maybe, just maybe, all the companies that they walked away from are not the best companies.
No, I know it's only because I watched Raw this week and I realized that it's an absolute train wreck and the fans have absolutely no idea what they're doing. So
we touched on this a little bit in part 1 with Jedi.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe AEW won't be this dumb, but that's pretty much my only reason for even thinking about giving it a chance. But we're not discussing that right now.
No, we're discussing a guy that sits in a corner and counts to 5. That's what Juice Robinson said. You take away that title, you're just a creepy guy that sits in the corner and counts to 5.
Or as one of my friends calls him, Emo Alan Poe.
Emo Alan Poe, that's nice. That's nice.
What was the other one she had? Oh, MySpace Tom was another one.
MySpace Tom?
Yeah, I don't know where she goes. Sentient Hot Topic Playlist.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and then basically anything she can put with emo, she will use it for Jay White. Because she knows I like Jay.
Kiwi Jimmy Jacobs, how about that one?
What?
Kiwi Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh,
Kiwi
like
Jimmy
that.
Jacobs, yes. I'm not angry about it. I'm not like all the people on Reddit that are like, but I'm just gonna straight up say he's not ready. I don't feel that he's ready. Now, Gato, 9 times out of 10, Gato knows more than we do, and Gato's got something planned. A year ago when we were all talking about how much of an idiot we thought he was for not having Naito win, he, pulled out a layered story that we didn't even know about with Naito.
Yeah.
But this, though.
Yeah, I don't know what Gato is thinking, but I'm just going to enjoy it.
I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't feel like... I feel like it was a hot shot for the sake of we gotta have this title on a white guy.
Yeah. And what white guy were they going to put it on? What white guys have they pushed?
But why not? But why does it have to be on a freaking white guy?
I'm just going by their logic here. I'm going to say it has to be.
Yeah.
I'm just going, that's what their plans are. Clearly their plans since Jay came back was to push him as a top gaijin.
SCU! Rainbow's in the house with SCU.
SCU!
So anyway, but yeah, so it feels like once again, even at the Garden, New Japan's like, oh, we could bring over our Japanese talent and show an authentic New Japan product at the Garden. But instead we're going to get, no, we gotta have somebody who's not Japanese with the title at the Garden because all these fans are not going to care unless it's on one of these guys. And that's why their expansion has been good, not great.
Yeah. And now, how many people are selling their tickets to the show? They're going to play into an empty arena?
Well, it only means that in the fan festival we can get through lines like this.
Yeah, we should all get those Okada and Naito and Tanahashi.
You know, might just be able to sit down and just have a conversation with them, because there ain't going to be anybody there. I say that, and it'll be like out the door at 7 o'clock, and I'll be like, oh, this is pointless.
Yeah. Well, hey, if I can get a conversation with Switchblade, and it's all good.
I'm happy. I'm happy for him as a person, because I remember seeing him wrestle on his excursion. You know.
Oh, me too.
In person, which was really cool. I'm happy for him personally. I just if there isn't some kind of big underlying story, then I just think it was unnecessary. It was an unnecessary wrinkle for the title. A title that prides itself on, we don't just hotshot it. We don't just give it to some random people. Oh, not everybody. This isn't the WWE title where everybody and their dog gets to have a fucking run. No, this is important. And if it's just, they're going to transition it to Tanahashi so they can transition it to Jay White so they can transition it back to Okada, it seems like there's an unnecessary extra step in there, and the unnecessary extra step is Jay White.
Or they transition it to Ibushi, since he did sign a contract finally.
Maybe. I wouldn't mind that, because I just would really rather not. I'm thinking, let Ibushi run with it, but I also feel like with Naito's eventually ever going to win it, he's got to beat Okada.
Yeah, that needs to happen at Wrestle Kingdom next year.
Or they could just fucking, blue balls us again and not let him win again.
I think they'd have a ride on their hands if they do that to Naito again. Naito is their biggest star over in Japan.
There's a lot of people that feel he's a gatekeeper, though. They feel like he's going to be the guy that's always the bridesmaid.
Yeah. He shouldn't be. He should absolutely be a champion, be the top guy.
Yeah, I want that. I don't know. I kind of feel like they always keep him just relevant enough. They keep him like as 1A, but he's never the full-on guy. I don't know. We'll see.
Intercontinental title reigns has he had by now?
3.
It feels like more than that, just in the 2.5 years I've been watching New Japan. It's like every time I look, Naito has the Intercontinental title. Except for that 6 months where Jericho had it and didn't show up with it. Sound familiar?
That didn't bother me, though. Honestly, that did not bother me, Jericho not showing up with the title.
Yeah.
Because Jericho's a bad guy. That would be a bad guy move.
It still sucks.
It's where you saw other titles become more important, like a belt that really shouldn't exist, the Never title.
Oh, yeah. We don't want to talk about the top as well overrated. Spray has it.
Yeah, fucking hurts people and brags about it.
Douche. Yeah, sounds familiar, like Nia Jax, maybe?
Yeah. You missed the show. I picked her and Tamina to win the women's tag belts. Go watch part 1 if you're just watching that.
What?
Yeah, I picked her to win the women's tag belts this Sunday.
Oh, no, please, anyone but Nia. And the Iconics, but they're terrible.
The Iconics are not terrible.
Oh.
I like the Iconics.
Every time I see them, I change the channel.
I like the Iconics. They're
you just like staring at them.
No, not completely. Not completely, no.
I can't really talk about that. You guys have heard me talk about Finn's abs how many times?
Yeah, and AJ's ass and all that kind of shit.
Kenny's ass. It's a good thing we've never seen Dean Ambrose's ass, because you guys would have dealt with that too.
I'm sure Dean Ambrose had his ass out. Hey, didn't make that one of the tags. Dean Ambrose's ass. That needs to be the tags for this one.
I'm sure there's a match out there in the CZW days, where his pants came down.
I'm sure it's out there. You just got to do some.
Yeah.
You got to do some searching.
I don't know if I want to go digging for those CZW matches again. I did that a few years ago, and it was kind of a painful experience for me. If you're squeamish, I don't recommend Jon Moxley matches.
Well, I kind of hope Jon Moxley goes to AEW, but that's another discussion for another day.
We'll save that for the end of April when his contract expires.
But my big going, we've ADD'd this topic so much. We
do that all the time.
Yes, exactly. That's what our life is.
It's going to be worse when we're hanging out in April.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I feel like, I get, hey, they didn't know Kenny was going to leave, so let's give the belt to Tanahashi. But it's like...
Yeah.
It feels like there's an unnecessary... It feels like they're just going to hot-shot the belt a bunch. And the thing that I liked about the iwgp title is it's not a hot-shotty kind of belt. It's not the WWE title.
It's a prestigious title.
And now they're...
Okada made that title mean something.
Well, it meant something before Okada, but I see what you're saying. But I'm
just saying that reign he had just made that belt, held into a higher standard. Like, look at this belt. They're not going to just put this belt on anybody,
Yeah, but I feel like now it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, hey, that whole big, story of here's the old Ace's one last run. Yeah, that's over, and we're only giving him the title, so that way we can have a white dude main event MSG because nobody wants to see Okada and Tanahashi, sarcasm. So we're going to have freaking...
I think the Okada Tanahashi was the match we're all hoping for after Kenny left.
Exactly, or Tanahashi and Ibushi, or something.
Tanahashi and Ibushi would have been great. Their T1 final match was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to see that live.
I feel like New Japan is too afraid to give the American audience actual, honest-to-God New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're afraid of letting two Japanese individuals main event in the States when... And I get that a casual fan would need a Westerner or at least, somebody, who spoke English to be in the main event. But the people at Madison Square Garden are not those kind of fans.
They're not casual fans.
They're the people that want to see Okada and Tanahashi go almost an hour. They're the people that want to see Ibushi and Tanahashi.
Right. No offense to Hiroshi Tanahashi, he's a legend, but I don't think the man could last an hour.
He'd be close.
Yeah.
But that's what they want to see. But instead we get, oh shit! I knocked Ravishing Recruit over. Damn it. All right, he's standing again.
Sacrilege.
It almost was, but he's standing. He's standing. He's still
good.
He's still in his hip swivel pose. He's good. But to me, my issue with it is more so the fact that I feel that New Japan is afraid of its own expansion. That they're like, we got to gaijin shit up because we're going to America, when each and every one of us want to see, would have no problem seeing two Japanese fellas go at it.
No, not at all. We were talking about that for weeks before Jay White won. Pretty much the time Kenny left,
Yeah, Okada and Tanahashi. I want that. But we're not going to get it now. And I doubt, and I'll be very, very surprised. I doubt there will be two Japanese individuals wrestle each other. If Naito's defending the Intercontinental title, you can bet it's going to be against Jeff Cobb, or Jay Lethal, or Flip.
Jay Lethal.
And I like all those guys. But I'd rather see, Naito wrestle like fucking Goto.
Naito versus Ishii.
Or Ishii. Or Ibushi. I'd rather see Ibushi and fucking Naito for the Intercontinental title there.
There's the dream match I never knew I wanted until just now.
I mean, they had a great match in the G1, but they're afraid that the audience of smart fans that want to see New Japan Pro Wrestling are going to go, oh no, we need. And again, this isn't a knock on Jeff Cobb, Flip Gordon, or Jay Lethal, but I want to see New Japan.
We're paying for it, New Japan.
And I get Ring of Honor's going to be there too. Let the Ring of Honor guys wrestle Ring of Honor guys, and let the New Japan guys wrestle New Japan guys.
Yeah. I've gone gone to a couple of the Ring of Honor New Japan events in the past, and he was a New Japan guy versus a Ring of Honor guy, except for the Kenny Yoshihashi match I had to suffer through in Chicago. That's another story.
Yeah. I mean, look at... I mean, I don't have the whole list right in front of me, but all the matches that I remember from past United States shows put on by New Japan Pro Wrestling. And again, this is just me trying to remember. I might be mistaken. There's a very good chance. I don't think they ever had a Japanese wrestler wrestle a Japanese wrestler.
I'm trying to think. I've only been to 2 of them.
I'm just saying the ones I've watched, because, like, you know, in the main event for the United States title, it was Kenny and Ishii, so they had one, you know, Westerner.
We had Okada versus Cody.
There's what, you know, got Cody in there. We got Cody versus Kenny, which is an underrated match, and I feel like people unnecessarily shit on that one. That was a good match.
Then we had Golden Lover versus Young Bucks.
There was 3 out of the 4 people in that match were white.
Yeah. Then what was the main event for the September show? They did that one at the end of September where Cody won the U.S. title off of Juice. Who was the main event there?
Wasn't it the Golden Lovers and something?
Yeah, who the...
So Golden Lovers, there's Kenny.
Wow. Wait, I think they wrestled Okada and Ishii. Or Ospreay.
There's still, you know, they still gotta get your Caucasian in there somehow. You know.
Yeah. But there were more Japanese guys. If I'm right about it being Okada and Ishii, it's Ishii or Ospreay. I don't remember.
The irony is that was probably like the worst U.S. show they've had.
Yeah. I didn't understand putting the U.S. title on Cody because he never got hurt, but how often do you expect him to defend that? He's, you know.
Well, here's a fresh take on it. I wasn't all for it, but it made sense because of Juice's story arc. Because Cody makes his debut at Wrestle Kingdom 2017, beats Juice.
That's right.
And Juice is like always like to that point would always come so close to like getting a title and then always get it taken away from him. He finally beats Jay White and he thinks, all right, cool, I can finally be that champion, that top guy. And then he has a disastrous G1 and then loses the belt in his first defense. So back down at the bottom.
That's part of Juice's G1 was the promos.
Yeah. But then eventually it makes a full-on story arc where 2 years after he was Cody's stepping stone for New Japan, he's able to take the belt away from Cody and now, theoretically, look to be the champion that he knows he can be. So that's why I kind of dug Cody a little bit, was because I saw it as a good story arc for Juice. I didn't see it as an unnecessary step like what possibly Jay White is.
I'm sorry. You're just trashing my boy Switchblade.
I'm not trashing him. But Jay White is like. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for Jay White as champion right now. That's. Jay White is like. He's like Eli Manning.
Oh, no, you didn't. Poor Jay.
He's like Eli Manning, okay? He's good, but he's just not what I think of when I think of, no pun intended, the elite. At least not right now. Hey, maybe not Eli Manning. Jay's better than Eli Manning. That might be too harsh.
My problem with Eli Manning is that I live in New Jersey, so every time he had like one good game, it was like, oh, Eli's the best. And I wanted to strangle some Giants fans.
I have a soft spot for Eli Manning.
I have none. I live in the New York area. I hate the Giants.
I have a soft spot for Eli Manning. I think he's cool.
Nope.
Is there a better? I'm trying to think of like a better quarterback out there to compare him to.
I can't.
Trying to think it's got to be somebody who's won a Super Bowl, who's good, but just kind of maybe not, he's not the Brady Manning, Roethlisberger, Rogers, Montana Elway discussion, guys.
You better include Montana in there.
No, Montana. I like Montana. He's Notre Dame Gold and Blue through and through, so I like him.
That's true. And he won 4 Super Bowls without cheating. Can Tom Brady say that?
Yeah, and I know EZ's in here, and he's gonna be there's EZ in the chat right here is a Patriots fan, so he's not gonna like your comment right then and there.
Sorry.
Just made list. What list? No, don't be sorry. Fuck him. As Bud Luck Fowley would say, fuck him.
That's my favorite.
Love you, EZ.
Ever.
Who'd win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Huh?
Someone was posting there. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
Trick question. Lemmy is God.
No, he's not. Lars Ulrich is.
Oh no, you didn't. I'm a Metallica fan, but no. I'm gonna kick your ass when you get out of here.
What's wrong with Lars Ulrich?
He's not a good drummer, but let's have a conversation another time.
We always have a train wreck when we have these. And it's awesome.
A train wreck. Because I am a train wreck.
That's what's great about these shows. Wait, we got the computer. He sees the computer out. He doesn't see Jedi here. People are going to be watching going, oh, train wreck. It's going to be a good one. Let's watch.
That's true, see? Maybe I'm bringing some more viewers with my train wreck. Yes.
But, Annie Hoozles.
The J. White topic.
But that's just, I like... Just don't like that. That's where I stand. To me, this is WWE writing, storytelling through and through. Let's take the belt off this guy so we can, because we need that. Okay, it sucks, but let's take the belt off Kenny, and then we're gonna put the belt on Jay White. Why? Well, because we got to. We gotta have another title change. No, we don't.
You know. This could have been worse. They could have had Jay Benjamin at Wrestle Kingdom against Kenny and beat him there, so they could have bypassed Tanahashi completely.
It just, to me, as a Tanahashi fan, I feel like this whole story was built up for like a shit ending.
It was.
You know what I mean? And
I think we all knew even before, Kenny's contract situation being what it was, we had a feeling Tanahashi was going to win. But now that we're hearing, oh no, they plan to keep that title on Kenny for a few months, he's up and leaves without warning. And New Japan's like, oh my god, what are we going to do?
Then you just keep the belt on your... What was wrong with keeping the belt on your trusted ace, letting him carry the title until April, and then letting their biggest international show go to the two people that when you think New Japan fucking Pro Wrestling, you think Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kazuchika Okada. And they go at it. They're the biggest rivalry, in the decade. It flabbergasts me that they wouldn't want to give that to the American fans, either because they think we all hate Japanese folks, or because they just...
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they know at this point. I think Gato's a bit confused. He's trying to figure out what to do now. I believe Jay is going to get put into Kenny's spot. Whatever stories they're going to do with Kenny, they're going to try to do with Jay.
The difference is, Kenny Omega was a shade of gray. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to wrestle Tanahashi and be the good guy. But on the flip side, Kenny wasn't a full-on bastard villain. Jay White is.
Oh, Jay White is such a douche. I love it. And it's funny because I normally don't like the bad guys. But there's something about Jay White being this nasty douchebag of a character. I love it. And that's normally not the kind of character I like.
Well, Eric, here's the reason that they probably don't want to do a triple threat is, honestly, that's not really New Japan's style. The last few times they've had a triple threat that's been hit with major backlash from the Japanese fans.
Oh, like the Kenny Cody match from King of Pro Wrestling last.
That's not Jedi. That's the Lunatic Bay, easy.
Yeah.
It's not Jedi. Jedi's got kids and had to go home.
Jedi doesn't watch New Japan either.
Well, he does a little bit. Just he's got kids and doesn't have time.
Yeah. I'm in college, but I barely have time. Somehow I keep up. I don't know. They have like all my friends watching. A lot of my friends helps.
That's the point we're getting at, Eric, is it's just kind of him winning it flies in the face of the good writing that New Japan does, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
That's my big... Oh yeah, it's 99% of the time the Jedi and Geek show, but we felt like train wrecking it this week. Felt like train wrecking it, talking about a train wrecking writing decision.
See? It all works.
It all comes together.
It all goes full circle, man.
That's my only gripe with it, is it's because it's like, you know, if this were the WWE, I'd be going like, oh, okay, cool. You know, if the IWGP title was used like a WWE championship, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Hey, Jay White's champion. Good for him. It's just kind of like,
But in terms of New Japan, this doesn't make sense.
No. And in terms of the show in a couple months from now going from being the greatest show, this is enough of a change that could have made me personally witness the greatest wrestling match I will ever see in my life to seeing a fun little show. This is the difference between life-changing wrestling match or, well, that was fun, wasn't it?
I'm so glad I flew for this.
Yeah.
And you know, that's right. I flew to Chicago to see Kenny Omega defend the U.S. title, and his opponent was Yoshihashi. So we're even now.
Yeah.
Now you know how I felt in 2017. I just sit through that match.
I can't afford Vegas for Double or Nothing. It's too soon.
Yeah.
It's too soon for us normal people.
And it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's more expensive than All In and StarCast 1.
Yep.
The flights are more, the hotels are more, the tickets for the show and the convention.
Yep.
And you think they'll start not jacking up the StarCast prices now? They've got The Undertaker and Ric Flair and Sting.
That is pretty awesome they snagged The Undertaker. That's pretty sweet.
How the hell did he pull that off?
He's free to take third-party bookings now, and he costs a measly $25,000 per hour.
Oh, what? Some people don't make that in a year.
Yeah. Which is why, and you know, I'm going to ADD this some more, I'm just happy I got this picture when I did. It's me cosplaying as Archer with The Undertaker, and my buddy JC cosplaying as Biker Mice from Mars. And the funniest part of the whole thing is, as he was leaving, the next people came up to get a picture, and according to them, Undertaker said to them, in regard to my friend JC, who, you know, is doing the Biker Mice from Mars, he's got a muscle suit on, he allegedly said to them, "Do you see that guy? He's pretty jacked."
Yeah, I snorted.
But that's awesome!
So the Undertaker's cool.
Yeah, Undertaker's fucking awesome! It was like...
That was a huge deal for them to get the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm. Now, do I think he's going to wrestle for AEW? Absolutely not.
No, I hope not. He needs to retire. He can barely move now. His last couple of Mania matches were rough to watch.
I want him to have one more, like, actual match to where he could get the send-off that he really deserves. And against an opponent that can carry that burden. Because, again, I'm sorry he's sick, but Roman couldn't carry that burden. Roman could not carry The Undertaker to a watchable match. But John Cena could in a rematch.
And he squashed Cena last year.
So I would not have a problem whatsoever with a final Undertaker match. Especially if I'm going to be there.
I don't even think is he even in plans for WrestleMania this year?
I don't think so. I think he might be Hall of Fame. That might be why they moved Hall of Fame to Saturday. So we'll see there.
Well, you know, the people that sell their G1 Supercards because can go to the Hall of Fame thing in Brooklyn now.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get upgraded to front row with our G1 card and tickets because of all the fucking empty seats they're going to have.
Oh my god, I don't even want ringside anymore. If Kenny was going to be there, I would take a ringside.
Then here's something else. I think if you would have said you were going to get Tanahashi and Okada, I think a lot of these jilted elite fans that
might have been okay.
would have been going, they would have been taking their tickets back off the market or off the secondary market, or would still be going.
Yeah.
But now that it's Jay White,
a lot
of people are like, "Oh, I'm missing Okada and Jay White. I mean, that'd be cool, but that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing." Yeah. I saw Okada wrestle a better match, and wherever.
I mean, Okada, you're never gonna get a bad match out of him.
No.
He's incapable of having a bad match. I fair say, like, he could have a good match with a broomstick. But
true.
People want to see him like against Naito, Tanahashi, Ibushi. Yeah, I've never seen Okada versus Ibushi. I would love to see that, but we're getting Okada versus Jay White.
Well, that's got to be seen, Eric. I mean, according to the rumor and innuendo, as Conrad would say, ROH and New Japan told AEW to go fuck themselves.
Basically, yeah.
Because he's...
But here's the weird thing, though. Because I keep...
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'm following the chat, so I'm got like 1 billion people, so...
Oh. New Japan still has Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho on their roster page on their website.
Yes.
So that would lead me to believe that at some point they're willing to work with at least those two guys.
I feel like they need Kenny. They need Kenny at this show. They need to pull. They need to pull Kenny or Jericho over here to save the show. I mean, I'm at the point, I'm going to go to that show no matter what, because, my big worry originally was, well, if the Elite are gone, then TakeOver's going to be better. Well, I've already got TakeOver. TakeOver's another day, so I'm going to go to the show no matter what. The issue I have right now is the decisions they're making are making the show go from life-changing greatest wrestling event I may ever see in my life to, boy, that was sure a swell show.
I was feeling that the indie shows we're going to on Thursday or Friday might be better.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Joey Ryan's penis party is going to be better than G1 Supercard at this point.
I don't know about that one. It'll be much more maybe entertaining, but I don't know about that one.
I'll take entertaining at this point because I don't know what's going to come out of this G1 Supercard show now.
You might get an Elite appearance at the penis party with the way, they've been busting out Joe Ryan. Or there'll be a Joey Janela's fucking spring break that we couldn't get fucking tickets to!
Oh my God, I know! Oh!
Sold out so fucking early! Fuck!
I've never heard you that mad before.
That's sarcastic. I mean, that's with a twinge of sarcasm. You don't want to see me, blow my stack crazy. It's not a pretty sight.
You'll be blowing your stack angry if Jay White retains the title at Madison Square Garden, right?
Actually, no, I won't, because the way you like trolling people about Jay White, I like trolling people about Okada. And I'm just gonna say this because Eric's in the chat room. Trolling people about Okada and trolling Okada fans and Bret Hart fans are my favorite trolls.
I'm just going to start trolling about Jay White because I know...
Joey Janela, who cares? Well, his show sold out quicker than the G1 Supercard. So...
And it sold out quicker than Double or Nothing also.
Yeah, it actually did sell out quicker than Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing sold out slightly quicker than All In, but I think Joey Janela's 2 spring break shows sold out even quicker.
Granted, it's a less impressive because there's not as many seats. You know, let's just point that out there. Let's just be fair.
Let's have some fun with this.
I'm not anti-AEW though. I'm gonna take a wait and see approach. I'm more excited after the last press conference than I was before that press conference. But I'm not gonna call myself an AEW fan until I see a show.
Yeah, I want to see what the product is before I, go all in. And buy all the AEW merch. And even go to a show. And I'm not going to travel for any of these shows until I see what it is. Like I traveled for All In and for the ROH show I went to in Chicago. I'm going to wait and see what this is. If they come around here, do a pay-per-view or a TV show, I'm going to check it out. But I'm not flying anywhere until I see what they're doing.
Unless you see what they're doing, and then they come to St. Louis, and then y'all crash at my place for the weekend, and we go to St. Louis.
You said no one ever goes to St. Louis, so you and Charlie just gonna be back here in a few months, so.
I'm just saying, if all they come to St. Louis, that's what's called an opportunity. If some shit ever comes to fucking St. Louis, that is divine intervention, my friends. That is.
You know what? Start tweeting Cody and the Bucks about it. Like, hey, you guys ever think about
AEW? The XFL's coming to St. Louis. Why not AEW? Y'all can laugh at me. I'm excited about the XFL in St. Louis. Okay, I'm pumped up about that.
Of course, I don't even know. Do we have a team in New York? I don't even know. I didn't pay attention.
AEW's next big event will be held in the greatest city, Toronto. That's an average city, I'm not gonna lie.
Toronto's nice, but how did New York, guys? Philadelphia?
Toronto's average. Chicago is the city that gets the most of my hate.
Oh. Is it a Cubs thing?
It's a long, long story. I live downstate. So, and this isn't all Chicago folks, but whenever I'd go to college, there'd be scholarship people from Chicago coming down south. And then all they do is bitch and piss and moan about, I hate the South. I hate the South. It's like, well, fucking give me your baseball, golf, or basketball, or whatever scholarship you have. You go back to Chicago. I'll stay in Southern Illinois. I get free education. You go back to Chicago, and everybody fucking wins. That's not everybody from Chicago. I've met some, especially at All In, I met some wonderful people from Chicago.
I actually met more people from other areas than from Chicago at All In.
The people behind me were from Chicago, and they kept telling me Notre Dame scores the whole day. So those were some cool folks. But I will admit, I do hate the Cubs. They're probably my second least favorite team in all of sports, behind USC.
Behind who?
USC.
See, I'm a Yankees fan, so, my team, my number one hated team has to be the Boston Red Sox. It's the way it is.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about the XFL because I can actually I've been to an XFL game.
I went to one so long ago. It was that one season they had. I went to one game here with some friends. I don't even remember much about it. It was so long. It was like 20 years ago.
Oh well, everybody hates the Fighting Irish, Eric, so it's just kind of...
I like the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, she does, so you're outnumbered, so... Haters the Fighting Irish mean nothing to me. I'm tranquilo about it. And I just did the eye in the fucking camera too, if you didn't see that.
No, I didn't see it. I have to go back and watch this train later on.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super, super spectacular.
Every time we get on here, it's a total train wreck, and we never.
Because it's fucking it's ADD come to life. Jedi keeps me in check. We got a format. Here's Raw. Here's SmackDown. With this, it's like fuck. We're gonna talk about New Japan. By the way, baseball.
And XFL.
Yeah. What's up? We got Kayla Parks in the house. Hello. She says, "Hey."
You know, this is gonna be so much worse in April when you, me, and Charlie are like recording stuff around.
Oh yeah, and with Charlie, we've dubbed Charles in Charge here on the show. And with me and him dropping all these random Futurama references that only we're gonna get, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I've never watched Futurama, so I'm gonna be lost.
You should. Hey, assignment: marathon the shit out of it until April. You got 2 months.
Let me squeeze that in between a full-time job and 3 college classes and having a life.
Well, the life can take a back seat to the Futurama.
Yeah. There's a lot of shows I want to watch, 0 time to watch them.
Wrestling is red. Thanks, Kayla. Thank you for saying that. Okay.
Wrestling is fun.
Wrestling is fun. Okay, I don't.
I feel like
when it comes to any other college football team, like my interest in all other teams is like at Roman Reigns and Sasha Banks levels of not giving a shit. So I just don't care.
Oh.
Woo! That was a good one.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, I'm choking over here. I'm sorry.
Woo! Oh.
Oh.
It's like it's just like oh it's not okay. It's like a Sasha Banks match. Click.
Oh yeah. Oh, no, for me it's a Randy Orton match. Click.
Oh yeah, I don't like Randy Orton is from my area, and I don't care about Randy. I used to like him, but now he's like gotten so stale.
I've never liked Randy Orton. Even when he first came out, he always annoyed me, and now he's just really boring. And I hate that thing he does where he starts pounding on the ring. I absolutely hate that. That drives me insane.
We call that he like gets in like prison rapist mode. Like starts pounding on the ground like he's like that's what he's turning into.
Oh god. I will never look at that the same way again. Thank you.
Not that that's funny, but it's just what it seems like.
That's going to make the Orton matches more entertaining now.
Yep. You're welcome. You're welcome, world. You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to remember to have that horrible mental image in my head next time I see a Randy Orton match. Actually, you know what? I don't even watch Randy Orton matches, but I might start now, just for that.
Just for that. Well, that's who AJ might be wrestling at WrestleMania. You should probably at least watch WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch WrestleMania, but I'm not going to enjoy it. I just want.
What if the man wins? What if the man wins? What if the man wins the main event?
They got to put the man back in the main event.
Well, they're going to. Like, I'm fairly confident. We mentioned this in part 1. Go check that out. That the man's going to be in the main event. It just feels like an overplayed trope.
You know what they could have? No, they should have done. I like this idea I had. Let's say that, to punish Becky, they put her in a match against Charlotte on the next paper. Was it Fastlane, right?
Or Sunday Elimination Chamber.
Oh, Elimination. One of the upcoming pay-per-views.
Watch our predictions in part 1.
Yeah. Well, let me finish. So you say, look, Becky, for your punishment, you're going to have to now fight for your WrestleMania spot. All right? You face Charlotte. If you win, it's you and Ronda one-on-one WrestleMania. If you lose, Charlotte gets added to the match. Wouldn't that be better than this whole big you're suspended for 60 days kind of nonsense?
Well, the thing is, this is the thing. I don't want to divert people's attention and go check out part 1, but we talked about like things need to make sense. There needs to be a set rules of what makes sense. To me, when I see that like we just don't want Becky in there, you're suspended. I'm just like, why the fuck didn't you just suspend Stone Cold Steve Austin all those times? Or why didn't you suspend, John Cena or with anybody that you, as an authority, were having issues with?
Oh.
Why didn't you just go like, you're spending? Oh shit! Fucking thing's over now.
I thought the fans were the authority now.
Yeah.
I thought we were in charge and we were the authority. And
it's not. I don't mind Charlotte. I think Charlotte's one of the best wrestlers in the company. I just feel like she's like Jay White. She's a little unnecessary right now.
Hey, don't you dare compare Jay White to Charlotte.
They're about the same. I think that's a good comparison. I think they're about the same.
No, they are not. Jay White doesn't get shoehorned into every first match.
He got a title reign shoehorn. He got a title reign.
I am gonna punch you when you get off that flight. You know what? You know what? I'm just gonna give you my address and you can take it a $40 Uber to my house, okay?
Well, if I see you with a knife, I know you're gonna switchblade me.
Oh, I got knives in my house, okay? I got sharp German knives in my house.
Okay, I'll end you in a WrestleMania arcade rematch for that comment. That was awesome, because I got a "You Screwed Brett" chant after I, kicked some ass at that game.
Good for you.
Oh, no, this is I met Charlie and this fella Eric or EZ as we call him. I met them playing WrestleMania the arcade game, and they're actually in one of my vlogs. Go check that out. Playing the game against each other, so.
Every time I went to play that game, there was somebody standing there, and I kept walking by and hoping maybe Kenny would be there. But I'm like, if Kenny Omega was standing playing a video game, then the place would erupt into chaos and confusion.
Chaos and not Okada's faction, my friends.
But there would have been more entertaining chaos than Okada's faction.
Yeah, that's kind of the lamest Chaos is kind of the lamest faction in New Japan.
Who's the best faction now that the Elite's gone? LIJ?
Let's say I'm torn. My number, I go back and forth. I like LIJ because I kind of give it the slight nod because Naito's my favorite.
No,
and but then again, Suzuki-gun is Ichiban.
Murder Grandpa.
I am ready to Kazani Nare.
Yeah, we did that the one time I saw Suzuki in Chicago. That crowd did the worst Kazani Nare I've ever heard. Oh, it's terrible. So he better be on the New York show somewhere, and we got to put Chicago to shame with that.
Well, Chicago is put to shame all the time by existing.
You better be nice to New York after you've been there.
I don't have a problem with New York. I have no. That's another reason I'm making the trip. Is that's like one of the. I am not a traveler who just like goes to travel to see sights. I'm a guy who wants to travel to go do something. I want to go here because there's a ball game. I want to go here because there's a show. I want to go here because there's a convention. I actually want to see sights in New York.
Once in a while, I like to travel and actually see a city. Like, I've been to the Chicago area twice now. I still haven't seen the city. I just go to, like, pro wrestling tees. I get pizza. I go to a wrestling show.
That's about where Chicago, that's done. I've seen the city before. And I'm just kind of like, I'm good. I'm done. That was all right that one time.
I walked around the outside of Wrigley Field, and, because I went the first time, it was October. So the Cubs were in the playoffs in another town. So I got to the outside of Wrigley Field, and I saw pro wrestling.
Did you pee on it? Because that's what needs to happen to Wrigley Field.
Because I'm a girl and I have a hard time peeing on the side of buildings.
Oh. Well.
And also, I have some class.
Yeah,
now, if it was Fenway Park, I'd find a way.
Yeah, I'd pee on Wrigley Field.
Yeah, you just... Aw, poor Wrigley.
I'd pee on Wrigley Field.
Aww.
Quote that! I want that. That needs to be the first Athletic Geek t-shirt. Athletic Geek. I pee on Wrigley Field.
We start with the show because big enough for you to make some t-shirts.
If only I was on like the freaking Pritchard or Bischoff level where like any quote they have turns into a t-shirt.
Or the Elite.
Yeah.
dumbass thing that wasn't that one show they just kept calling you a dumbass like one episode.
Dumbass.
And
Yeah.
it became a T-shirt. Dumbass, 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 and it's a shirt. You dumbass.
And branded.
Like
Bullet Club is fine.
Brandon was so stupid.
I actually thought it was funny.
I'm just like.
But it made no sense. Why would Kenny want Brandy?
Yeah, clearly he is all about Coda.
Mm-hmm. Why would?
Still, even though they're opposite ends of the world now, poor Coda.
Yeah, well, we could talk about the kind of the story plot or the storyline. Something I didn't quite pick up on that Charles mentioned in the chat.
What story?
About how they'd always watch. They always were watching Casablanca. And the story's kind of like, while they love each other, they can only reach their potential as human beings when they're apart. Deep.
Damn.
That's deep. That's some deep shit right there.
It's really deep. That is way too deep.
Deep, like the blade of the switchblade. See, I kind of helped you out there. That was good.
That was a good one.
That's good.
I
don't hate Jay White.
Responses to that, but I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut.
I don't hate Jay White.
No, you had a response. You said something about a knife going in deep and the switchblade, and I was gonna say something really filthy.
Bring it.
You sure meant.
No! Say it. We're waiting. There's a camera right there. We're waiting.
You're welcome.
What?
I said you're welcome.
Perry Saturn's here. You're welcome.
What?
He always used to say that. Remember that? You remember that?
I've seen a meme of it. One of my friends sends it to me all the time whenever she comes out with something horrible, and I say thank you.
Now you get it. Now it makes more sense.
Yes, now I get it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, Perry.
Oh, this is going off the rails. This
has gone off the rails.
Boom.
This is.
And I'm not even. And there's water in this here StarCast cup.
What? Oh, you got one of the StarCast cups?
Yeah, I got the one that I got for. I was supposed to have two because I went to 2 eat and greets, but I got they only gave me one at the Horseman eat and greet.
Well, you heard what we were saying yesterday. We did the Kevin Kelly commentary, and they never recorded us, so we never got the recording of it like we were promised.
Lovely.
Because one of my friends kept asking me about it. He's like, I want to hear how terrible you were. I'm like, well, they never sent it. And I kind of forgot about it until it came up in conversation yesterday. I'm like, yeah, I never did get that. They promised a lot of stuff and they didn't deliver. Like they promised Kenny with the belt.
I think Kenny personally doesn't bring the belt unless he's defending it. Unless it's a New Japan show, he's defending it. Because did he have it at your show?
I went to the Ring of Honor New Japan show I went to in Chicago. Kenny was defending the U.S. title and he did not have it with him. Because I was really like, oh cool, I got a picture with Kenny and the U.S. title. This would be great. I get there, and Kenny doesn't have the U.S. title.
Damn. So,
I don't know what happened there. I think the boy just forgets it. Dean Ambrose did that for a SummerSlam sign when he was the champion. He goes to the Barclays Center, and he realized he had to go back to his hotel and get the title.
At that point, fuck it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna miss Dean Ambrose.
Yeah. I'm not gonna miss Dean Ambrose. I'm gonna hope for Jon Moxley.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, well, we're gonna lose Dean Ambrose. Hopefully, gain Jon Moxley, and Jon doesn't go off and decide to hunt Bigfoot for the rest of his life.
I can see him doing that, though.
I could see him doing that. That terrifies me that we'll never see him again. We won't get Jon Moxley. We'll never.
Oh, by the way, if you want to buy a WrestleMania Access ticket.
Oh God, let's not talk about that.
No, I'm trying to give it I'm giving you a plug for it.
Yeah, I have a pair of general admission WrestleMania access tickets for Sunday morning. Let's not even go into that story. That's a total shit show.
Yeah, we're not going to go to that one. But if you're interested, leave a comment. Do something.
Yeah. And I also have one ticket for the G1 Supercard show that we've been trashing all night.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to see Switchblade. You're not going to stand up for him and then not go see him defend the title.
Now that Jay's in the main event, I'm like, shit, I gotta go to this.
No, I honestly, I may actually, I'm of two. If it ends up being Jay and Okada, I'm of two different minds. Like you've already heard my spiel on why I don't feel like that's that's a good main event, not a great main event. But
that's a main event for like a lower level New Japan pay-per-view.
Yeah. But
not your biggest international show to date.
Exactly. But I'm of two minds about how I want that match to go. On one hand, hey, the very first IWGP Heavyweight Championship title change in the United States. That'd be something cool to witness and be a cool moment.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of things, I also like trolling Okada fans, and I'd like to go up to everybody in a Rainmaker shirt and go, "Breathe with the Switchblade!" after the show.
I'll be right, and you know what? I'll be right next to you with my Switchblade t-shirt, telling everybody to also breathe with the Switchblade. Actually, one of my friend that always makes fun of JY, she says to me yesterday, "What does breathe with the Switchblade mean?" And I honestly can't figure it out. She goes, as my friend put it, a Switchblade is not a breathing apparatus. So somebody maybe needs to tell Jay White this for his next promo.
Yeah, maybe.
I never really thought about it.
Now here's another. If he wrestles Ibushi, I'm gonna be Ibushi all the way.
Oh God, I'll be so torn if that happens.
Ibushi needs this one. Ibushi needs this one.
Put it this way, I feel like no matter, if it was Kenny versus anybody in the main event, I'd be rooting for Kenny if he was there. But I feel like now if it's, Okada versus Jay White, or if it's Ibushi versus Jay White, I'm okay with the result either way. I'm okay if Jay retains, I'm okay if Okada wins, I'm okay if Ibushi wins.
What if it's Yoshihashi and Jay White?
Oh, come on!
I would be angry.
Yano.
I'd be angry with Yano. Who else? What else we got here? Chase! Chase Owens.
Your boy Chase, the crown jewel.
Yeah, we need... No! Chase better fucking win! That's all I'm saying!
You might want to talk to Gato about this.
Believe in Chase Owens! Crown jewel.
Believe in the crown. Breathe with the crown jewel.
I'm still thinking about wearing that shirt to the Supercard.
I think you should wear that to WrestleMania.
No, I'm wearing Becky Club to WrestleMania.
No, because you got to troll WWE about their crown jewel show. That was such a shit show.
But I want to support the man.
Well, we'll get a Becky Lynch hoodie and wear that.
But Becky Club... I bought the Becky Club shirt to wear to WrestleMania!
Fine! That was your intention of providing the crown jewel shirt anyway, wasn't it?
No, I just like Chase.
Okay, I thought you were going to be a wise ass about me, because we had discussed that.
I mean, I thought about wearing it to Mania, sure, but no, I like Chase. I feel like Chase, real talk, is underrated, and he deserves to be more than just the fall guy. I get that with the talent surrounding him, he's not IWGP singles championship material, but he could definitely be a third of the six-man tag champs.
Well, you know what? Now there's a lot of open spots in New Japan, so they are certainly room for Chase Owens to be the IWGP Heavyweight Champion after Jay White.
Well, I mean, if you're going to just give it to everybody, I mean, fuck!
Let's give it to, let's give it to Yano. He never got his title shot to beat Kenny in the G1. No. Kenny feared Yano.
I think the world fears Yano.
Yano with his DVDs and nut shots.
And his turnbuckle pad stealing. This has been crazy, and I fucking love it.
It's what happens when I get into chaos.
Chaos. Maybe we need to do the Rainmaker pose for Chaos.
Hey, I'm doing a Rainmaker pose. You can't see, but I'm doing a Rainmaker pose.
I'll do it for... I can't have my camera zoom out, but that's fine. You know, or actually send, you know, or maybe we need to have a little Nakamura, you know, since he started Chaos, but, yeah. It's just Chaos, but bottom line, I don't hate Jay White, but...
Yes, you do. You hate Jay White, I can tell.
No, I don't hate Jay White. I'm just not... He doesn't get me as pumped up as the thought of Okada and Tanahashi.
Or even Tanahashi and Ibushi.
Or Tanahashi and Ibushi, or Kenny and Ibushi. And here's my... Okay, I finally found the perfect comparison.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Jay White is like the Dark Knight Returns comic book to me. Do I like it? Hell yes. However, I like so many more better that, you know...
He's like the Dark Knight Rises. That
was a good movie.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was garbage. Compared to the Dark Knight, it was...
Well, yeah, compared to the Dark Knight, but it was still decent.
Yeah. I think the funniest part of that movie is when Bane blows up Heinz Field, and there's one guy running down the field. It's Heinz Ward of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's the only guy to survive and outrun the explosion. That always made me laugh.
I really don't give a shit, bro. Eric, it's my opinion.
I'm like, yeah, Heinz Ward would be the one fast enough to outrun the explosion, but, you know. Sorry.
I wish that would have happened in the Super Bowl this year. That would have been awesome.
What?
Bane showing up.
They could have gotten Dean Ambrose in his Bane gear and show.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. The field blows up, and then we're spared a game that allegedly sucked.
I didn't even watch. I haven't watched the Super Bowl since the 49ers lost to the Ravens.
I haven't watched the Super Bowl since 50. Just don't care.
Yeah.
Denver was in that one, so I watched that one.
I know. Yeah, I generally watch, like, if the 49ers are in, I'll Steelers because that's my dad's team. So.
I wanted one of those jerseys. But that's how I feel about Jay White. He's good, not great. We went from having a life-changing main event to a good main event. That's my opinion.
Jay White has potential. He is young. He can certainly be a huge star one day.
Let's emphasize those last two words. One day.
Well, they're trying to accelerate that, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to troll people, but I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh, I'll troll the fuck out of it if he beats Okada.
We can troll everyone together.
Troll everybody. Troll everybody about him beating Okada, and just have a good day.
Walk out of Madison Square Garden that night, tell everybody to breathe with the switchblade, you know, the throat slashing motion.
Go off on me about what? I said, the guy says I owe him a guest spot because he's gonna go off on me. Like, go off on me about what? Jay White, okay. This is friendly. If you want to get unfriendly, we can go unfriendly, my friend.
Uh-oh. Is somebody unhappy about your Jay White opinions like I am?
Yeah. My buddy Easy.
Oh.
Alright, well.
Agree with me that we should all breathe with the switchblade?
I'll breathe with the switchblade if he beats Okada, and that's only for then. If he's wrestling.
I'll breathe with the switchblade, win or lose.
Unless he wrestles Kota.
Yeah.
Kota needs this. He's sad and alone now.
I know. I would love to, help Kota out, because he's going to get lost in New York now without Kenny. So.
Yep. Yes, he is.
I volunteer, but there's a couple of problems. One, I don't speak Japanese.
One.
Kota doesn't speak English. And that boy will get me lost in my hometown.
And he lost his wallet, too, in Chicago. He got lost in Chicago and lost his wallet.
He lost all his stuff over Chicago for All In.
Yep.
He left a day early. Or earlier.
It's like Kota Ibushi's like the drunk girl at a party. Like, you know, like what? Where are you? Where's your shoes? What's going on?
Maybe that's why he needed Kenny and Kenny needed him.
Yeah.
They needed each other. Damn it.
Damn it. My mind just.
The Golden Lovers can't stay together. There's no hope for the rest of us.
No, their love was for real. And on that note, we're gonna have to sign off because either the camera or the computer is gonna die.
And I have to get to bed because I've got to be up for work in 5 hours.
Well, thank you for making this, sleeping sacrifice to have another fucking awesome episode of the Just Two Marks Wrestling Recap Show.
Oh, we're gonna do this again, Art.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my.
This is like Just Two Marks After Dark whenever we do it. We're just going off on random shit. It's all... You know, we all try to stick to a format with Jedi here, and then here it's just like, BAM!
Yeah, I don't stick to a format. You know what's really great about this is we do this without any alcohol or drugs.
Well, I had alcohol that one time, but I'm completely sober now.
Which one was that?
The one,
Crown Jewel?
Yes, no, that was an after Crown Jewel. It was the one, it's like Thanksgiving weekend or some shit.
What show were you so pissed off about at that point? I don't even remember.
I don't know.
I think we're always pissed off about some wrestling thing.
It's such is the life of an internet wrestling fan. But that's Lunatic Bay. Follow her on Twitter at Lunatic Bay. I'm the Athletic Geek. Bay. Yeah. Bay. All right, go. I'll post a link in the description box. And